already. Hi guys, it's me Faye here at Faye Desk. I'm with Harmony and we're once again in the temple. And we're doing another video for the Bite-Sized Spirituality series. And in this video we want to talk about animal totems.
Yay!
So, do you have any animal totems, or do you have like an animal? I prefer to call them like animal spirit guides. I don't know. I feel like it's more resonates with me better.
I say spirit animals and totem animals, but I kind of see them as a different thing. Like I kind of see spirit animals as being animals that like come in and out of your life. And don't necessarily stay for a long period of time. They just kind of have like a brief message for you. And then I see totem animals, even though they're not necessarily permanent throughout your entire life, I see them staying for like a prolonged period of time to help teach you like a specific lesson throughout a transition, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's the actual definition. I don't know if that's the actual definition, but that's what I refer to them as.
Wow, I don't know. Like literally, it was only when we did this topic on your channel for videos, when I actually really started to properly. I never really sort of thought about them before, and I've only since then actually realised that that obviously anyone who knows you, that like the butterfly is like my like totem animal or spirit guide or whatever, and it's like I know something that's been there like my whole life, and I've never ever. It's really strange. I've never ever even considered that I have like. I don't know. Like,
do you think that's because you sort of assumed an animal would be a mammal, maybe, like a totem?
I suppose
mammal,
so,
as opposed to like an insect.
Yeah, I suppose so. I sort of. I don't know. I guess I sort of think of like an eagle or like a bear or something sort of. Especially something sort of maybe with like a like Native American twist or something. It's never really. I don't know. I just never really thought about it. And like now I've thought about it, it's sort of. I don't know. It makes sense. Like. I sound silly, but it's like, you know, when you have that like light bulb moment, like everything makes sense now.
I definitely feel that one of my previous spirit animals, so like an animal that I feel has like come in for a brief period of time, was a dragonfly. Not a butterfly, but dragonfly. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. But no, I don't know. Like recently, I think I said this on your video that I joined the butterfly conservation, and I give a couple of pounds a month to like charity and like well for their like conservation charity, and it's really nice because I get like newsletters and like magazines every so often. I know I want to get like newsletters and magazines, and they have branches like all over the country, and so obviously where you live you automatically get like a free like membership or whatever. But I haven't been there yet because the weather's been rubbish, but when the weather's a bit better I will journey there. But I need to get round to, I was having a look because the bat is what I'd say is my other totem animal, and I want to join like a conservation society for bats, and I thought maybe them. I just something mystical about
here.
them.
Like at night time, there is hundreds of bats around here. Not so much in my flat in town, but like here because it's out in the middle of the countryside.
I just love like the way they fly. I don't know, just something. I've always really liked bats as well since I was little. It's quite ironic how they're both winged animals, but no, and I was having a look, and there is like a bat conservation like society over here. I haven't got around to joining it yet, but it's sort of, I think it sort of works the same sort of principle as like the like butterfly one, where you get things every so often, like information about them and all that sort of
I've always
stuff.
been really confused about the idea of a raven, because I see crows quite a lot of the time, but I don't think I've ever actually seen a raven like in the wild, whereas a lot of the time when I'm meditating I will see like the image of a raven, and for a really really long time I sort of questioned myself and thought, was it a raven or was it just like a large crow? And I'm convinced it's a raven, but I'm not sure, because I think it comes to me a lot in meditation, but I've never actually seen it in real life just sort of randomly come to me, so that's a question. Maybe it will at some point. Maybe it's getting me ready.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, it could be giving you signs and stuff like that. Do you ever like meditate like with your like using your like totem animals, or?
I've meditated to kind of discover my totem animals and stuff like that, or maybe have like confirmation on totem animals, whereas when I'm kind of trying to connect with my totem animals, the way that I feel really helps me, and it might sound really really silly, but I like to paint pictures of them, because for me the idea of painting a picture means I have to really, really study it in depth to get a realistic looking picture. I mean, I don't do like photorealism. My pictures don't look kind of identical, you know, they look painted obviously, but for me to kind of get the right, you know, shapes and the right colours and the right texture and everything, I have to really, really study that animal, that creature. And also I'll watch a lot of documentaries about them as well, because I like to know the way that they move and things like that, and I find that really helps me.
I feel like I want to incorporate them like more like sort of like, I don't know, more like into my spiritual life. Like I don't know, I do have sort of a few butterfly representations made like on my altar, but they're not specifically butterflies. Well, actually I've got one, but the rest are like sort of like fairies with like butterfly style wings, so it's sort of like not a solely butterfly like being or whatever. So I think that probably for me will be the next step, is that I'm bats as well. I want to have some sort of, I don't know, maybe some sort of like statue or
you can make it yourself. That would be cool, like a sculpture of a butterfly. Like get some clay or something and do it and then paint it yourself, because then it's kind of
personal,
you infusing your energy into that butterfly energy, but also it's your interpretation of
I suppose that's the only thing I'd be worried about, that it wouldn't look that good, because of like my creativity isn't an artistic
I always
sense.
think that, like, my paintings, they're not everybody's cup of tea necessarily. They don't necessarily look perfect, but it's my interpretation of that goddess or that animal or that energy that I've created. And some people might look at it and go, wow, that's exactly what I thought. Like, when I picture that goddess, that's the colour hair I saw, and that's the colour skin I saw, and those symbols are what I associate with her too. And then other people might just be like, you know, no, she's not white, you know, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I always see her as really tanned, or, you know, that would be interesting. I know this is kind of off topic, but do you ever see different colours in different animals? Because, like, when I see goddesses, I definitely see different colour and different textures.
What, you mean like a colour that you associate with them with, or you mean more like an aura?
No, like an actual colour with them. Like, obviously you're told black pandas are black and white.
Yeah.
But do you ever kind of say, when you're like seeing your butterflies or something like that, do you ever maybe switch up the colours because that feels more true for you?
I suppose different butterflies you see as different colours, and it's almost like you're seeing it, but not with like your physical eyes, isn't it? It's like you're sort of,
because that's what I mean. For me, like, I always see Artemis as being an African woman, and I know she's not.
But like, that's how you...
I know that doesn't go with like the stories and the legends, but whenever I see her and I hear things about her, I automatically see this strong African kind of warrior woman. Whereas I know in a lot of pictures she's depicted as like lightly tanned or Caucasian, and I don't see that. Whereas then, like, Morgane Le Fay, I see as being very pale. And red hair.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
How that would be cool as well. Like, if you wanted to comment and let us know what your sort of take is on Harmony's sort of theory. Well,
I just think that, like, you don't necessarily have to always see animals the way that the world tells you.
Yeah, definitely. The way society tells you to see them. Yeah, definitely.
Like, what makes a fox red or ginger or orange or whatever you want to say. Like, what makes it that colour? Do you ever see it black, or do you ever see it grey or blue
white
or something?
Yeah, it's interesting, definitely. I want to know as well if you guys have like totem animals and like what they are, and if you like, I don't know, like meditate with them or use them like in your rituals, or if you have representations of them like on your altar and stuff, and how you did it as well.
And why you feel that you need that presence on your altar and stuff like that, because that's interesting, because I think that varies for people as well.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so it's quite fun. So we'd love to know what you think would be cool, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.